Last step, you guys. You are totally reducing your urges by a lot with the exercise, with the eating plenty of foods, with the addressing your daily stressors and doing those homework assignments. That is already the bulk of the work, okay? So you should congratulate yourself if you're doing it. If you're doing it, you are on the track. You are on the right track, I promise you. And this is going to be the last part. And it's going to be a lot easier if you do all the bulk work that I mentioned earlier, okay? So make sure you commit 100% to those other assignments. Then this part, this final part, it's going to be easier, okay? Okay, so that's why I kept it last. When the urges arise, let it ride. That is the final assignment. When the binge urge does happen, let it ride. I know, I know you're like probably like blinking like what the hell? This is not what I wanted to hear. You know, binges are ferocious, they're intense, they are irrational, they're insane. The urge to binge can be psychotic. I know, because I went through it many times. I can't even count. But if you do all the previous tasks that I asked you, 100% committed, and you did it, and you keep doing it relentlessly, the urges will get less. The frequency will happen less. The power of the urges will feel less scary. And then when the urge does happen, you'll be like, eh. I'm serious. The urges will be less. It's only hard in the beginning. That's why you got to be committed, you guys. Commit, and then you'll get rewarded. You will see the rewards. You will see the effort. Your effort will be rewarded, I promise. Yes, I just told you that the way to finalize this habit of binge eating, to finally completely destroy it, is to not give in to it. So when you hear the urge come, when you feel it coming, you just go, just gonna let it ride. I'm just gonna let it happen. Let the feeling happen, but I'm not gonna act on it. That's what it is. That's what this assignment is about. Okay. I'm gonna go deeper into it. This is the last thing. Last thing you gotta do. Promise me when the urges happen, you're gonna go, that's not my fucking voice. That's my animal voice. Okay. I know the problem is it feels real. It feels like it is you. It feels like it is you. But you gotta quickly go, it's not me. That's my lower brain. That's my animal brain. That's my pig. That's my inner bully. That's my inner granny. But that's not the CEO. That's not my frontal, reasonable, intelligent brain part of me that makes the ultimate decision. That's not me. This is an animal brain that's irrational, that's very impulsive, that thinks that addiction is crucial. It's mistaken. It's rewired wrong. We need to redo that wiring. Okay? So look, if you were to just ignore all the homework assignments earlier and try to just do this part, you're going to struggle a lot. Okay? Cuz there's no way in hell you can fight off an urge. An urge is something that's very animalistic, it's very powerful, beyond our control. So all you can do is go recognize it. Recognize that's not my voice. That is not my voice, and I am not going to act on it, but I will listen to it. I'm going to stay conscious with it. I'm going to stay aware of it. I'm not saying I'm cutting it off or distracting myself, do something else. I'm going, I hear you. You're like a little baby, that the tantrum, going, I need my shower. I need this shower. Like, you're going to be fat for the rest of your life anyway, so just let me have this binge anyway. It is so manipulative. It can say all crazy things like, what's the difference if I binge now or if I binge 10 weeks later? Just give in, right? It can be crazy. It could be like, you're fat for life, so just give in. I have heard it all within myself. I'm not just making these up automatically. So I'm telling you, when you hear that familiar, crazy psycho voice trying to make you binge, you just go, that is not my voice. That is from another part of my brain that I cannot control, and it's going to lessen and weaken over time. And remember, if you do all the homework assignments I told you earlier, this tantrum is not going to feel as strong. You're going to be like, psh, okay, I hear you, but I'm chilling, man. And when you don't give in, you weaken that brain circuitry. You weaken that neural pathway so that your brain finds other habits to strengthen. Yeah? There are so many experts out there that give this part of your brain a name. They call it the lower brain, the animal brain, the addictive voice, the unconscious self, deceptive brain messages, inner granny, inner bully, ED, the pig. These are all so many world renowned experts on addiction, on food addiction, on binge eating, on therapy, whatever. Like all these people have a different name for this. So I have some words that I'm going to interchange a little bit. So pick the words that resonate with you the best. There's no right or wrong. The important part is in this section that you separate this part of your voice from this part of your voice, okay? Separate. It's separate. The problem lies when you think it's the same voice. When you're entangled in it. Remember the feral cat? You think it's the same voice and you're like, oh no, I have problems. I can't fight it. Ah. Oh no, it's different. I'm going to explain more, okay? It's going to make sense later.